My dear students, how are you? I am fine. Thank you. My dear students, you know that in today's class we are going to discuss about the idea of tens, and you are the students of class 7. Our today's topic is tens of class 7. Dear students, you have already go through the book of tens and its details, and in today's class we are going to discuss about the tens and its classifications. Class 7 English second paper. Our today's topics is tens and its details. Dear students, so our today's discussion is about tens and its details. At the beginning of our discussion, we should know what is tens. Do you know what is tens? Actually, tens is a word which denotes time, which expresses the time action is called tens. In our daily work, we do many things, we do many works, we discuss many things. Everything is under the tens. We do our work, we did our work, we shall do our work. That means some words express the present action, some words express the past action, and some words express the future action. So we can tell here that tense is classified into three kinds. Tense is classified into three kinds, such as present tense, past tense, future tense. My dear students, tense are classified generally into three kinds, such as present tense, past tense, future tense. Now we shall discuss about present tense and its uses. What is present tense? The action which occurs at present or presently is called present tense. When we do generally any work, generally any discussion, is called present tense. Besides this, present tense refers to the habitual fact or universal truth, such as we go to bed at 10 p.m. or the sun rises in the east or the sun sets in the west, is called present tense. My dear students, to discuss or to make any sentence about of using present tense, we should know the structure or formation of present tense. Now we can discuss about the present tense and its formation. The structure of present tense is subject plus verb present form or am, is, are plus object. By using this structure, we can make any sentence of present tense, such as I go to school. School. Here we have used verb go, and this is the present form of this verb. This is the present form of this verb go. The past form of the verb go when the past participle form of the verb go gone. I go to school is an example of present tense. Another example we can discuss here. We are students. We are students. Here, are is used as a principal verb or main verb, and it is the present form of the verb. Am, is, are is the present form of the verb, and their past form are was, were. So we have discussed here about the present tense, and we should remember what is present tense. The words which indicate presently is called present tense, or the words which express the habitual fact or universal truth is called, or historical truth is called present tense. If any word expresses the historical events is also called present tense, such as Bangladesh becomes independent in 1971. Bangladesh becomes independent in 1971. It denotes historical events or historical facts. So my dear students, I think that you have already learned about the present tense, and you have got idea about the formation or structure of present tense, and we have discussed about present tense by using some examples here. Now we can discuss about the past tense. Past tense. At first we have to know what is past tense. The words which took place in the past. The discussion took place in the past. The things happened in the past is called past tense. Actually, the things which already gone, which has already gone, which has already finished, and there is no result now, and there is no result exist now is called past tense. Past tense, the structure of past tense. Now we shall know about the structure or formation of past tense. See, subject plus verb past form plus object. Dear students, this is the structure of past tense. Subject plus verb past form plus object. Past tense. Now we can set up or we can arrange some examples here to be clear about the past tense, such as I went to school. I went to school. Yesterday. I went to school yesterday. Here we have used the past form of the verb go, went. Went has come from the verb go. Went is a past form of the verb go. I think you have understood my lecture. This is the example of past tense. I went to school yesterday. Actually, yesterday is an adverb of time. When did I go to school? The answer is that I went to school yesterday. That means the sentence indicates the past action. The sentence indicates the past action. And for this reason, it is called past indefinite tense. Past tense or past indefinite tense. Or simple past tense. I went to school. Another example here, you can see, I was a student. I was a student. I was a student. Was has come from to be verb major. Actually, was is used here as the main verb or principal verb. Was. I was a student. That means it refers to the past action. So we can tell it the example of past tense. Now we shall discuss about the future tense. Future tense. Future tense. To have a good idea about the future tense, we should know what is future tense. The time action which refers to the future action, future events, future thinking, future idea is called future tense, which will occur in the future is called future tense. Now we shall know about the structure or formation of future tense. Subject plus shall we plus verb present form plus object. Subject plus shall we plus verb present form plus object. It is the structure of future tense. Dear student, you can notice here that at first subject has to be used and then shall or will. and then verb present form, and then object or not. Here we can set up some examples of future tense. That is, I shall do my work. I shall do my work. Here we have used shall. That is the sign of future tense. That is the sign of future tense. The shall has been used here after the subject. Shall. I shall do my work. Another example. He will buy a car. He will buy a car. He will buy a car. Here we have used will after the subject, and it denotes the sign of future tense. It denotes the sign of future tense. So we can tell this example of future tense because it expresses the future events or future idea or future thinking here. He will buy a car. That means he has an intention to buy a car, and that will be occurred in future. So by this sentence it has been expressed the idea of future tense. Dear students, now you have learned about the meaning, uses or example of future tense. The cow will give us milk. The cow will give us milk. That means by this sentence it has been expressed the idea of future intention or future thinking or future idea. So this is the example of future tense. Dear students, today I have discussed before you about the main or general three tenses such as present tense, past tense, future tense. I expect that you have already gathered some knowledge on these topics today discussed here. And if you go through the text at home about the uses, structure, examples, or to get any idea about this tense, you can learn more and more. Actually, in our way of life, we have to use some sentences to express our feelings, our idea, our thinking with our family members, our friends, and in another way, we have to use more and more sentences. And every sentence is included under any tense. It may be present tense, past tense, or future tense. Because when we do any work, when we say any sentence, it cannot be gone out of this idea, out of these three tenses. It must be included in this tense. We have learned about the tense and its uses, my dear students. Actually, there is much details in tenses because every tense, present tense, future tense, past tense, every tense has been classified into 4 categories, such as present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. Indefinite, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Perfect continuous. If we present tense, if we classify the present tense into 4 categories, it may be present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. If we classify the past tense into 4 categories, it may be past indefinite tense, past continuous tense, past perfect tense, past perfect continuous tense. And if we want to make any category of future tense, it may be classified into 4 categories, such as future indefinite tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, future perfect continuous tense. That means what we know from our today's lesson, we have got already some ideas or thinking about the tenses. At first, tense classified into 3 kinds: present tense, past tense, future tense. And we have discussed here the uses, the structure, the example of 3 tenses, such as present tense, past tense, future tense. And every tense of 3 kinds has been classified into 4 categories, such as present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous. Future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So, my dear students, to know about the tense more and more, and if you want to make you more perfect about this tense, you must go through the text at your home. And if you got or get any problem, or if you can identify any problem to understand, you must take my help, because during this crisis moment of Bangladesh, we have no any alternative way to take class by using online process. Out of this process, you are advised to go through your textbook at home, and you mustn't waste your time at home. You must use the time properly or perfectly, because time flies fast. It cannot sit idle. It is running. So we shall sit at home idly. and I expect that your preparation on English language will be developed day by day by practicing through our online class and your efforts of doing such activities at home. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you all. And in our next class, we shall discuss another topics. I expect you safe health, sound health, and sound mind. Thank you. Thank you all. Hey, Shubham.